Hi guys. Welcome to tonight's stream. We are going to be doing Uraraka fused with Loona in a digital illustration. So basically, the My Helluva Academia series we've been doing a little while ago. We're going to continue that one tonight. It's quite appropriate because it's Halloween, so doing kind of a wolf girl character is quite cool. And yeah, I won't talk too much. We'll just get into that. So let's jump back into the action. Also, I'll do a couple of hellos. So we've got hello to Al Animations, Red Knight, Minecraft Transformers, Benjamin Neal, and I think that's it for now. So I've kind of picked a pose out for this. I was trying to figure out poses and stuff earlier. So I'm going to attempt this kind of a pose which I think will work quite well because we're going to add the tail into it. And I'm not sure where the tail's going to go yet, which would be quite cool. So start off with the head sketch, which is quite cool. It's always good to start off with a rough sketch while you're doing the artwork, if you can. I know some people bypass the rough sketch phase. They just go literally into, here's what I'm going to draw, and off they go. Some people just ink it straight away in one go, which is absolutely amazing because I can't do that, no matter how much I try. So she's got kind of a round face. But yeah, okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this pose first, and then I'm going to figure out which aspects of which character goes into the design. Nerd, how's it going? Oh yeah, straight into the lunacy tonight. Yeah, guilty charge would be quite cool. Is the redraw next Monday or Friday? You think Monday? What is the date next Friday? Monday 21st, 20th. Well, it won't be this Monday because this Monday I've already got a video planned. So the following Monday would be the Friday 25th, Monday's the 28th. Could be the Monday, maybe. Might be the 28th. We'll soon find out. It's Halloween. It could just appear out of nowhere. Hey Ark, how's it going? I didn't like that head on the character. Don't know why, I just didn't like it. I think it just didn't scream out a little bit to me currently for the character. But again, I'm just trying to get a rough pose in at the moment for the body, which is the key part of the illustration. And I've got a reference guide to work on. Also, an idiot's driving outside like a madman down a one-way street. So if I put my head out the window, you know they've got their comeuppance. Let's go back a bit. Let's try and put the rest of the body in for this. So the arm comes down that way down to here. I know the head's a bit large at the moment. I will correct proportions in a minute. Uraraka, yeah. They put in the name what they were planning with her. Definitely. You did your angel. I did see it. So yes, Ark. I did see the you dropped Lucifer, I believe, in, which was quite an interesting concept. I did catch a small bit of the lore when I was in there because today is the final day. So I started having a little look between. Well, I had 5 minutes, and I was also sorting out Shazzin's account because, unfortunately, what happened to them is a bit frustrating. So, I'm really drawing a really messed up hand just for this really quickly. I'll sort things out in a minute. I just want to get poses. I don't currently. I might at some point. Hey, Galahan19, how's it going? And hey, Matthew. Demps, you know the rules, so do I, or what to draw. Angelic Demon wearing a banana costume doing the peanut butter jelly dance from Family Guy. Galahan19, how's the redraw coming along? I've got an idea. I've got a rough outline. I haven't started anything else. Deadline today is for the submissions. So we have, I am pleased to say now, we have one for all 5 of the races that I put in there. We have at least, well, I've got more than one, but we've got of each, but we've got a demon, an angel, a spirit, a human, and an elf. So I am super excited to be able to put all 5 into the story. I had it planned that if there wasn't the ability to put all 5 in the story, some would be omitted in terms of the races and just be mentioned. But I do like the fact that you can actually do that. So she's kind of got a curve to her body, comes up that way, it kind of goes in quite quickly, comes down to a dip there, and comes back out to a rather very S-like pose. And I'm trying this slightly differently this time because I know where most of the... I got a reference image, so I know where most of these parts are going to go. Which means I can also look to see how to... where certain curves go for the legs and stuff, which is perfect because I like the idea of the curves lately. Hey Stella, how's it going? And hi, I don't know how to pronounce your name properly, so hello again. Yabana. I'm assuming that I say it how I see it. I apologize if I butchered that, but welcome again to the stream. When it says, I really tried to make Subwoofer make sense for the redraw theme, spirit of sound. No, that's fine. That's fine because you've got the detail and you said the spirit of sound. You tried to make it fit in. Then I've got enough detail between the two, so that's not a problem. As I say, it's your own hero for those particular races, so that works out fine. Red Knight, don't worry about that. I just, as I say, I don't promise which ones get picked in the redraw. It's literally a case of a random selection. And it will only be one from each of the races. So if there's like 15 demons submitted, only one will get put in there because of the way that the story is going to go. Hey, Tegan. But it'll be quite interesting to see what happens. That lower body seems oddly disproportionate to the upper body, which isn't a problem, but I do think I need to... I love this tool. This is one of my favorite tools I've ever seen. You scribble the selection you want, and then you can just move and scale it. It is amazingly fun. Just because it needs to be a bit taller and a bit larger. I can also curve it a bit more, but I quite like where that is sitting at the moment. And the hand comes out here. Hands are not fun to draw. In your universe, there's 2 Lucifers, and Lucifer Bimdolly is Michael's child and ran. Interesting. Well, both Loona and Uraraka are definitely round in the lower section. Yes, they did focus on the hips and the shape more on the characters. It'll be excited to see fix. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's very difficult. I'm literally going to have to put them into individual spinners to select the ones from each race. So I guarantee I only get one from each race. But I'm looking forward to this. It's also going to be a case of the storyline is going to be slightly different than normal. It's going to expand on something I haven't really touched into in the story. So it's going to be really cool. Boy, all day I've been hearing people saying we're in October already. Where's the time gone? I'm more surprised that we don't get Christmas stuff straight after Christmas finishes and before Valentine's Day. To be honest, just because of how by the time it gets to August, we have Christmas stuff out before we've got Halloween stuff. I've got any suggestions on what animal I should make the Route 1 bug for my region, since I'm planning on making the final form a bug steel. Ooh. Praying mantis. Because you could have this, it's almost like a cipher, but more of like a more mantis style. Because you could have the mantis bit similar to a blade from a cipher, which is the steel part, but you can also make him like a jagged sword type thing or something. Demon, ghost, human. Yeah, that was quite. I have caught a little bit of stuff. I say I've looked at one or two today, and there's some really original ideas for the main bulk of the stories that have been submitted, which is quite nice. They've all got their own unique elements to them. Discord and Discord, email, and the other one that I let Tegan and Space Raptors Infinite submit on, which is quite cool. Where's an image of a tail? Where's her tail? I've got tails on this. I'm just looking for a nice. I got loads of images. I've kind of like made an ultimate sheet on here stuff. So I'm just looking for a potential tail. Not that one. That's quite a cool picture. Have I got none with the tail on there? If not, I'll have to improvise the tail. Oh wow, I don't think I actually got the tail image that I wanted. And I saw one earlier that was lovely, and I've not. That'll teach me, won't it? Try and do something really cool and lose the one thing that I was actually hoping to have in the illustration across the bottom. That's okay. I've got enough here to be able to do that. Where's that really nice picture? Cool. So, new layer just for the tail. Head into furry. That's an interesting idea. I didn't think about that. I did get an idea of what I was kind of just going to fuse the character bits together to make quite an interesting design. And the colors, but it'll be interesting. Doing a live stream community read you or something like that. I don't recall saying that. How would I do a live stream? If I did that, that'd have to be like a whole 2 days off just to get the 4 images. In all fairness, I'd have to think of the story first, have that planned out, read the story with the voices while trying to draw the characters at the time. That'll be a week's worth of work in one go, or like a week-long live stream. It'll be insane. Yeah, it's probably that red night. More money for Christmas and for Halloween. It just seems earlier and earlier each year, and it's like, really? I'm not good at drawing fairy tales. I kind of want the tail to come back to her in a sense. She's got a big, bushy tail. You got a pencil now. Awesome. If you have to fight, I would say 2 loose first. Okay, that's a different conversation. I think that'd just be Cypher, but different blades. Another bug. What could you do for a bug? Make it a flea. a flea type Pokemon that's tiny and can jump and kick massively. That's smaller than that little flying kicking one. Dempsey, the more you say, the more I can see you doing for a huge Mind Stone. I don't get what you're on about there, Ark. I really don't, but it'll be interesting. So how long before we get to see the picture of OC that get picked for the redraw? You mean the one that's going across the bottom of the screen now? I was planning to do that in September and I came poorly. So I will be looking to sort that a bit later on at some point. I was hoping to do it this month, but I'm just mass collecting them at the moment to do maybe a video on it, which will be quite interesting. Right, so this one here. So I'm doing it on another layer because it could be a case of these ears. Are they the same ear on each design? Oh, they do have some tufty little bits that have been taken away at. That's quite cool. Oh, yeah, no, I need a whole week booked off to do that stream. Joltic. I'm planning to do the OC redrawn stuff where it will submit to the stress scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I'm planning to do that hopefully on a stream, maybe a bonus stream coming up in the next week or two. If not, it'll be happening the start of November. If it happens in the start of November, I will make it a video and I'll try to do as many as possible in that video of design notes. I did want to do it in September, just gone, but I did come down ill for a week where I couldn't do anything. So it was a bit of a nightmare scenario. It didn't quite work out exactly how I was hoping it would. Anybody else get that flash then? It wasn't just me, was it? There was just like a little flash in the corner over here. In this corner. Like a blue flash. Please tell me you guys saw that. That's fine. Be here as long as you can do. If you can't be any longer, that's not a problem. I appreciate as long as people stay. I appreciate there's real life stuff to do in that and you're not held hostage. At least not by me currently, you're not. I'll think of a way to do it at some point. There's got to be a way to hold you guys hostage. Yes, we'd like to keep you all hostage here. You can go once you pay the ransom price. By the way, I have no idea on the ransom price because I just made it up. Spooky. No, okay, it's just me. I just saw a blue flash in the corner of my eye. I don't know what it was. Oh well. Ah, D&D. That's awesome, Mark. Don't worry about that. If it's D&D, you know, go for it. Like I say, you guys are welcome to jump in and out of the stream as you please. You're not held to ransom in the stream. It is just a case of trying to figure out how long you can stay, what you can do, and just chill. like the idea of this, because this hair is going to come down to here and there, this ear. Let's not face it. This ear is coming down here. However, it's going to be in a hoodie or not. Don't know the question. What was that last part? What last part? Which bit? You need to give me more information on animations. You said what last part? I spoke about 4 different things. Do I need to tell you guys something? About what? A blue flashing light? Yes, I'm a time traveler. It was my portal going. Let's make sure I didn't say something I was meant to say about the storyline going forward. No, I don't know. Just for post-this arc. That's all you gotta do. I like reference images because someone's done a really nice piece of art or hair work. I can just use it, and I don't know who the original reference is, but I'm not doing it exactly the same. But I'm trying to copy enough of it to make it look like it's a cool hairstyle. The hostage. Oh, yeah. I'm going to hold you guys hostage. So you're not allowed to leave the stream. Otherwise, you'll end up getting stuck in the digital verse. You won't really know you're in the Matrix until something glitches. And by that time, it's too late because you'd have been here for a couple 1,000 years. Minecraft. If I wouldn't get done in by YouTube, and if it was something I'd like to draw, I probably would. That's more a Patreon thing. No, actually, I know a load of artists that are really amazing at art that do that on Patreon. I'm not subscribed to their Patreons, but I have seen it. They have a big following, and I'm not being funny. It does pay the bills, which is quite interesting and quite like wow at the same time because. Yeah, it's a whole niche on its own. That wasn't me being funny, by the way. That generally is. There's some amazing artists that I've seen some safe artwork from that I know for a fact, based on their Twitters and stuff, they do other stuff, which is insane. Oh yeah, the artists do tons of stuff to keep the lights on, but there's also an integrity between artists as well. There are certain things that we won't do to keep the lights on. And that's not to do any disrespect to anybody. It's just a case of I don't care what your professionalism is, art, what medium, what genre it is, down to you as an artist. That's great. There's just some things artists do and some things artists don't do. All right, so that comes down here a bit more. I haven't decided the facial features yet, but I want to get a cross between the two hairstyles. So I've gone for this, like, this side of the face is more... Even though we've got the ear here, that's clear. We've got more of a Uraraka's hair on this side and more Loona's wavy hair on the other side. I think it's going to give a nice contrast between a short cut and a long cut. You've got an art challenge. Drop it in the chat. It'll be quite interesting to see what it is. I don't promise to do any art challenges, but I always love hearing about art challenges people have got in mind. so we've got that. So I did want the these weird circular things on Uraraka, because I'm trying to take, as with the other one, I'm trying to take certain aspects of it and drop them onto the character, so we have aspects that match the design to a degree, but also she's got kind of her belly button showing through, so that's going to be more that on her body. I haven't forgotten about the moon symbol. I'm trying to figure out where that'll go, but I think this is looking quite cool at the moment. I like the pose and I like how this is coming out. Ark, if you're going to do that, get your money up first. That's all I'd say. And I would say if you're going to draw anything, that'll be too low a price. And they could ask you to draw something that takes you more than €100 worth of time. So I would judge it based on what they say and then do the price, in all fairness. But yeah, how is everybody's evening? I haven't even asked how everyone's day has gone. How's your Friday been? Hopefully you've had a really good Friday. I discovered I like Madeira meal loaf. It's almost like a loaf of bread, but it's a cake. And it is just sweet, but it's bad for my health. But oh my god, it's amazing. Hey Koi, my wife and mom's birthday, dropped my like, but hella busy. Oh, completely appreciate that. Say happy birthday to them for me. Even though I've never met them, happy birthday. And yeah, I hope they have a good day, a good time. Wait, they got the same birthday? Wow. That's quite impressive. That's amazing. So let's see if I can find a much more clearer image. I need one more image. I knew I'd put a really plain, straightforward image of Uraraka in there. Actually, that one do. That one works out perfect. I just got to shift it across the board. Whoop. To over here where I got my references. Only because I need the design of the costume down the front, and unfortunately I don't have that because I need to merge the two outfits for the costume. And I'm thinking what I'm planning on doing is taking the design that comes down like this on her top, and then put in the kind of pentagram style design instead of the circles going down it, which I think will look quite cool. Yeah, cursed. Hey, well, if you forget one, you will never forget it again. Put it that way, Koi. But anyway, go enjoy the birthday celebrations. Please, can I say one part of the update redraw story? Do you mean the one that's coming at the end of the month, the community redraw? All I can say is that, well, I've already said there's going to be one selection from each of the races going in there, and I'm going to do a random selection of it. So that's the key point to start with. I'm not really sure what else I could actually say without giving anything away, and I don't want to give anything away. So this is going that way. This could probably then just show... Ah, that's an idea. So if I do the design like that, that can come in, that can do its little bit coming in there. Comes down to there, and then it comes down to here, more like a V. I can then show more of the stomach area off with the kind of like the third design on that. And then keep it still as a suit, which would be quite cool. Random question. What's the biggest pet peeve in anything? Peeve in anything. That's a difficult one. That's a very difficult one, and animations, because it depends on people and what their pet peeves might be. And Arc, I say you could probably easily get. I've seen art that's worse than yours go for $40 at a Comic-Con or £40 at a Comic-Con by people. So you could easily get £25-30 worth. I think that works out to be something like $20 to $25 or something like that. The conversion. That'd be interesting. Microwaving tea. You microwave tea? Wow. Not even sure what to say to that. I kind of want to have this have a part in it that's here, because I just want to show some of the fur on a shoulder off. And each of the shoulders have a bit that's just like the fur. And then I'm trying to figure out how to combine the costumes. That's the hardest part, is combining costumes on this. This has got this kind of whole... She's got the big, huge bits here, but I kind of want to change the design up a little bit. Do I change the design up a little? Maybe I don't change the design up a little bit. Interesting. Maybe I do change the design up a little bit. Bring that back to fur coming down there. So you got a few tufty bits of fur on her arm, and then bring that back to the design here. And after that, I can then do the huge weird glove design around her. Hand as such with these weird I don't want to draw those extra bits, but I just want to do these weird bits that have got these circles. And then it can go on to her gloves, which are fingerless. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Glove. Oh, it's definitely looking like a weird mishmash of the two. Yeah, I need to work on a lot of aspects. I've used references to kind of cover up the areas in this, which would probably be more... I don't know about uncovered, but yeah. I don't know about hair being behind that side of things, just the way it is. It'd be interesting to see. And this is also going to be basically fingerless gloves on there, but I'm going to have it just as the hand itself. Maybe I'll incorporate something like a small bracelet design. Might be quite cool. Some spikes. Just because it's the cross between the punk and the rock. Mr. Compress and Alistair. Interesting. I'll have to look that up, Ark. Mr. Compress kind of isn't doing anything in my head for like, oh yeah. But obviously that's just my head at the moment, so we'll just have to see. I think I've got the main bulk of this done, actually, unless I give over a few. Oh, the moon design. I need the moon logo. Right, where's that decent version of it? Because I deliberately pulled an image over which had a nice version of that moon logo. Where was it? Wait, where's it gone? Where's the one that has the... Say what? It's disappeared. Well, that's the best. That's... Oh, there it is. Sweet. Sorry, my complete genius design there is like, yeah, no. So it's got a bit of a moon, crescent moon here. Comes back around here for the crescent moon. And then it's got like a zigzaggy lightning bolt there. Cool. I got to figure out the face for the merging of these two characters, though. I want the eyes to be taken across. I definitely want to make sure I got like the eyes. Quite cool. So I think I want. Oh, whose eyes do we go with? They're both quite cool. I haven't decided on the nose either. The facial features. See that new layer. Did I say your name, Mark? I'm really sorry. I think Ark's just a really easy thing to just remember and say. I think I was looking at something. Oh, I said something that sounded like Ark. If that's the case, I do apologize if I just said Ark randomly. I wasn't intending to. I was just literally scrolling through. Oh no, I said where's the art? Because I was looking for an art piece. So the art and the arc. Art, blah, blah. Like wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Well, do I give her human to face features? Right. Let's have some fun with this. The eyes. I never what to draw. Draw. Draw a demonic cat chasing an angelic mouse. Hey Finn, how's it going? Animations. I could do that, but no. I'm doing more than that because this is a live stream and we are having some fun character. So I just want to draw the eye. So an eye in here is going to be like. There's actually some cool and a cool eyelid design here. So let's just see if this eyelid works and you go on the character. No, actually, I'm going to join the two another way. So her eyes are very round and then down with a few bits sticking out the side, like 1, 2 on the corner, 3 up there. 1, 2, 3. And then they come back around underneath, really big. That there, and then you got an eye there. And she's got these really big eyes, which is quite cool because I'm going to change these really big eyes to look like the other eyes on the inside. And then just voluptualize them a little bit. Has she got, well, is it just circles or? Interesting. Well, there's circles. It just looks like part of it's been taken out as part of the design. Oh well, that looks cool. Right, let's move this eye. Duplicate that. Flip it horizontal. Really should make a shortcut for that. Yeah, I like that. That looks quite nice. Those eyes look really like they just stand out from the piece, which is really cool. Uraraka but edgy. Kind of, yeah. Dempsey, what do you think of the sea creature beastkin? I think that's awesome. I'm getting really into the beastkin idea from a lot of animes I've watched recently, and now I've drawn onto the lines of drawing some animal type characters. I quite like the idea of doing some beastkins. It would be really cool. She's gonna have some going out that way though, underneath there, just to give the hint. I don't understand, Nors Jabana. Then you live my request. I don't quite understand what you mean. Then you live my request. Which request? There's not a request that I can see in the chat today. Alex says I should change my name so you and Kingpin don't mess up with someone's name. No, Ark, that's half the fun for us. We want to mess up your name to see if you're still paying attention. She has, hasn't she? She's got like a little. Is that an eyebrow piercing? No, maybe someone just gave an eyebrow piercing. Interesting. But yes, we've got that. Woo. Chat and Dempsey, you've got suggestions for sea creatures. A Leviathan, a Kraken, a giant squid. Ark Survival Evolved. Ark Real Life Evolved. Real Life Survival Evolved. Do I do the nose furry type? You there? Don't know if she should have the wolf type nose in that, or she should go. I think she should have. Decisions, because I think she should have the anime nose. Be a proper anime beastkin type character. And then the mouth should be. almost the open anime mouth. She's smiling. But the teeth should be more of the... Have I got a teeth shot? I don't have a teeth shot. Maybe that should be more a... I'm giving a derpy face. Derpy tongue. I actually think that should be more that way, and then it should come back down and around, the mouth being open. And then here, kind of like got the canine style teeth. And then just move that somewhere under the nose. Possibly. Well, I just saw the podcast Summoners finale. It's pretty good. Fair enough. I'll catch that later on. And it's getting late, so you're off. Okay, catch you later, Galahan19. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Subnautica's good. I need to do some more Subnautica content. It's been a while since I've done anything Subnautica related. That's quite an interesting one. Maybe I should make that have a couple of rips in it, just for the whole character motif. That'd be quite cool. I think we've got the main bulk of the character done. I think it's just probably time of inking after flattening these. Yeah, a lot of this to merge. I might duplicate that and just multiply it just to make them a bit more strong lines. Drop that a little bit. Merge that down. Add that. We know what time it is. It's time to go completely white, I hope. Oops, wrong color. But at least it worked. It's full color done. Okay, Red Knight. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for joining. Hey, Marin, how's it going? Imagine every legendary beast in this world monsters he can summon in the future. I got no idea what you're on about because I haven't watched the episode, Ben, so I don't have a clue. Because I'm assuming some of that's relating to the actual episode that's just happened. What's my thought on microwave tea? I don't drink tea, but disgusting. Maybe if you eat, I don't know. Just I've never had it. Dino Daniclo is probably the only one that'd have tea. Ehrenfeld might. It depends on the circumstances. Ehrenfeld potentially could have some tea, but we'd have to wait and see. I haven't seen Beast Summoners Finale Part 1 yet, so yeah. Yeah, but Ben, by putting that comment, you've kind of implied what that might be. So, yeah, that's really helpful there. Do this. Did the inner bits of the eye later because I need to, because I flipped that horizontally. I need to flip that around the other way and copy that. So that's fine. New layer for everything else. Dempsey, I have a weird question. How would you put in the story Atlantis? Just asking. How do you mean put the story of Atlantis? Give me an example of how you mean, so I can kind of get the context of that a bit more. How would I put a character in the context of it? How would I actually add Atlantis to a story? I'm missing something chronic going on Discord at the moment. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting alert City Central. It's not on my server, by the way. It's the it's another server, but it's like it's just going. Oh, Atlantis is a story. Well, the whole idea of Atlantis is it's a lost city. Lost in the ocean or lost under the sea, whether you want it to be in the ocean or under the sea for whatever reason. So a sci-fi story, maybe it's a futuristic city like Stargate Atlantis that's actually underwater and the shield's protecting it and it can come out of the water type thing. If it's mythological, it could be similar to the Disney's Atlantis where it's a story where it's underground. Or Aquaman's version. I guess it depends on the context of my story. It could also be a city in another dimension, like out of phase of everything else. So even though the whole area is flooded, no one's affected by it, which would be quite a cool idea. Writing comes from practice. Practice is the only thing for writing, to be honest. The more you do it, the better you can become. But until that point, yeah, it doesn't quite work the same way. That's a potential way of doing it, but I quite like the idea of it's just Atlantis sunk into the ocean, so it doesn't even have to be a full water dimension, a whole world of water. It just has to be a world where there's a big enough flooded valley or something, or an ocean where Atlantis could have gone into it. How to draw a goblin? No, but just search up, go on Pinterest and just put goblin refs, goblin pose refs or something like that, and it will load up and show you. Nerd, that's a little bit too cruel for the 7-Eleven, but it was quite a funny comment. I'm missing a lot happening in the chats, aren't I? You guys are planning something. I haven't seen it yet, but you guys are planning something because it's just been going ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Oh, that's quite funny, Nerd. I tried, none of them are good for characters I'm trying to make. Characters are hard to come up with to make or to design, to be honest. Good characters are even harder to do because they need something people can relate to, and there's a lot of good characters out already that do that really, really well. So it's a bit of a, how are you going to do that? I have a question. Let's say you draw something in innocent mindset and someone tells you this wrong time, draw that. If you drew something yourself and it's got a certain context and people look at it in another context, understand how they've come to that realization, if it makes sense to you. But at the same time, if it's not the reason for the drawing of the pose, leave them be. Their mind is wherever it is. you won't change their mind, so don't worry about it. What a lot of people fail to realize is that art is subjective. People see different things or take on different aspects that they want to see. And let's face it, you're never going to get people to do what you want. You can't control them. As much as you may like people do certain things, they're not going to do it at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how much you know them. It doesn't matter their personality. It doesn't even matter if they promise to do it. They just won't do it at the end of the day if they don't want to. And that's just how it is. So if someone's taken something you've drawn and they see something different, leave them be. Except maybe it's a double meaning. It's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, it could mean that, but it was done for this. Vaguely. But, you know, just even talking in general, it's going to be that scenario anyway. To be honest, I have had such a busy week. I don't remember a lot of the week. And I streamed on Monday. I remember we did Velocity and we finished off Morgan and finished off Velocity's illustration. That's about all I can kind of remember from Monday. It's been a very busy week. She looks more like a cat. I might have to do the heart. Oh no, she's got the big toe. I've turned her into a cat girl, haven't I? I've turned her into a cat girl, and I need to figure out that mouth. I think that mouth's making it look more like a cat girl. I don't know, just. Oh. Just, yeah. Oh well, I'll see what I can do about it later. Yeah, it does look a bit more cat than hellhound, but I haven't finished that yet. It's the face I need to change the structure slightly. It won't take long. It's the nose, basically. The nose just has to change to that nose, and then it should hopefully tie in when it starts getting rendered. Oh well. Apparently, Pokemon get out contest to make my one favorite Pokemon into something. I know for a fact I've missed something here. I tried to make the mouse look like it's running, but the way one of its back legs makes it look inappropriate. Oh. Try and tweak the back leg. Oh. Probably not. I don't know what's going on. I'm focusing so much on this, I'm actually ignoring chat and not knowing what's going on at the moment. And I do apologize if I'm ignoring you guys in chat. I just want to try and get this line art done, because some of this line art I really like. Other bits, not so sure on yet, but I really like how the character's turning out. Yeah, it's definitely that nose that's the problem. I'll sort that part of the face out in a minute. I know what the problem is, so I'll sort that out. Hey, Soulstorm, how's it going? We're literally just working on the illustration. I'm really liking how it's turning out so far, but also trying to figure out part of this design is a bit of a interesting one. I've already tweaked the design as I come along now. I've just literally gone, yeah, I'm just changing that. It's a bit better. I am concentrating so much on the line out on this for like the tail end bits. Trying to figure out best way to do certain angles or elements, because even my eyes are going funny. Woo! People tried to cancel isolation after the leaked content was released. Oh. So hang on. So for context, Nintendo was hacked and a bunch of cut content was released. This included, but was not limited to, a story about Typhlosion. How do I word this? Use your imagination. Oh, okay. So that's it. Somehow Nintendo got hacked and the cut story is creepy, and one of them, sorry, Typhlosion, apparently I posted at that time when story. Oh, I see. Soulstorm, glad you're having a nice day. Welcome to an interesting conversation. People tried to cancel Typhlosion after the leaked content was released. Ah, yeah, that's not your fault, Ark. That's just unavoidable circumstances. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's just, there's nothing doing that. That's just horrible timing. As Nerd says, that's just, it's nothing against your art. Your art was really good. That's just, horrible timing of what happened, unfortunately. It does happen at times. It's just, it's a bit unavoidable, but I mean, you can mitigate stuff, but there's not a lot you can do about it in total. That was bad time for the universe to give me. Yeah. Then you didn't. Yeah, I kind of gathered it was going the wrong way on that conversation. Yeah. You might say those 3 words, but I'm not having the comment on their animations. I'm going to remove it just because of YouTube stuff. But yeah, I get what you guys meant when you said it was like creepy and gone the wrong way. Sometimes less information is more information. It's cool animation, so I'll just remove the comment. I know the context it was meant in, so it's fine. If it was meant in any other way, then you know, I lay down the timeout effect on you. But I know it's literally a case of there's nothing wrong with what you did. It was just a case of I just didn't want it in the chat. That's all. Yeah, pardon me, all the Pokemon have been ruined over the internet over the years, so you don't have to worry about it. And that'll be funny. Japanese culture I thought certain things have ruined anything that's been released, so don't worry about that. Pokemon will be safe for a certain degree. I don't really know, to be honest, Ben, on that one. I don't know how I feel about X. I don't know if I've actually come across it. I live a very quiet and secluded life. You guys are just traumatizing me with the internet. And if you believe that, you believe anything. Mwah. All right, so I think most of that's done by the tweak to the face. Oh, what am I going to do for the tweak to the face? How am I going to get this sorted? I've got no idea. I have no idea which one I'd choose for that arc, to be honest. I'm shamefully going to say I don't know. Magikarp. Why not? We'll just go something completely oddball. I ain't got a clue. Just do Magikarp and that's it. And to answer that, I just picked the first one in my head that, to chuck out there. I generally have no idea. Okay, that looks a bit more hellhoundish. I do need to tweak the line, though. I'm not happy with that line. Maybe we should just come from there and up. That's better. And then the only other one to do is I'm going to do those eyeballs in with the effect. So just double check I've got everything. I think I have. A rather complex looking character. Folder, art lesson. Oh, right. I'm going to take a quick break a minute, guys. So I do need to stretch my legs and just refill my water up. It's running low. So I'm going to take a quick couple-minute break. In the meantime, if you've got a question about anything art related, that ask it in chat. And I suppose my next question is going to be, what's your favorite part of Halloween? On that note, I will catch up with you guys. Right, let's continue this. Candy for the what you like about Halloween. Nightmares for Ben. Everything for Tegan. And okay. All right, let's continue this. So we've got a fair bit done here. Just need to double check things are actually sealed on this layer before I move forwards on a few things. It's just a quick check around edges, because if you don't have the edges done, everything's going to change shortly, which should be interesting. So it's probably gonna be a lot of grey to start with. It's gonna do the whole thing, isn't it? Because I haven't gone for editing there. I haven't made that a reference actually. Reference layer lock that. Hopefully I can go woo. It's just got darker fur except for the hair. Almost white fur for the body. So that's... let's rethink this. She's almost white fur. It's going to be very difficult to find fur on this. It's more white than there's anything else. Less is more on this one, I think. I'll colour that all in that colour, it's fine, it's not going to make a huge difference. Hair's definitely going to be a different colour, so I'll work that out a bit. Thankfully, a lot of the colours actually coincides nicely with some of the other aspects. Hey, Rip Tiger, how's it going? I've not got my camera on screen at the moment. I'm just doing a bit of full screen drawing, but hopefully you've had a good day. Interesting question, Ben. How would it turn out? Personality-wise, we should be more of an edgy Uraraka or a peppy Loona. I think it'd be more peppy Loona. Oh, you draw me as a vampire. Awesome. Animations. I look forward to seeing it. Sounds quite interesting, actually. But for now, I'll just I'll wait and see. It sounds quite cool. So it could be an interesting one. How are actually arms in it? So they always show lighter color than bottom half's always lighter. Okay, that's fine. You can go back to that, pick that color and draw this. I'm just figuring out the color matching because certain aspects of this are going to be interesting because she'll have the pink in the costume on certain bits, which is going to be quite yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how this all turns out. Uh-oh. I just realized there's 2 bits completely out of whack on that. So first one is, I didn't actually redraw the line in here, but this goes down to there. And secondly, we have a line that's not connected somewhere. There. There we go. Was that there, wasn't it? Yeah. Cool. So the darker pink bits are going to go... That's more red, isn't it? Which is fine. Lighter pink. Ba-dum, ba-dum. I know it's a slightly different color pinks and see what happens. I did see your drawing on Discord that you put in. I will have to have another look in a minute, but I did get a brief look at it. It's quite cool, actually. I quite liked it. I quite like the style. I remember thinking it's like an old... It reminded me of the retro video games before, and I quite like that style of drawing, which is quite cool. People are getting last minute submissions in. That's what's dinging. What have we got? Okay, so general. Yeah, I quite liked it. It reminded me of like a retro Streets of Rage style character with the design and the way you've drawn it. So that's quite cool. Rip Tiger, I did like the pose, the kind of attitude on it and stuff. It's really cool. I can't go into much more on the stream, but yeah, at the moment. But yeah, it's definitely a really, really cool image. Where'd I put that one? There we go. Oh, so that's darker pink at the top bit. Okay, so that means that needs to go below that, because that's going to have that, and they're going to be done. And then we're going to have a bluish tone. I quite like how that's turning out, to be honest. That's quite cool. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put a darker bit in there just for the contrast. Her hair's got another colour as well, which is going to be interesting. So her hair's going to be more purplish one, if I remember rightly. It's a slightly off. Yeah, it's almost like a purplish grey off colour to the rest of it. Uh-oh. Not that one. I did it again. That and that. I will colour blend a bit of brown in on this as well for the hair. Mainly because I feel brown just add to. I might put a bit more hair down the bottom, but she's going to have a. Uraraka's kind of brown coloured hair. She's more. Is it brown or is it orangey brown? It's more of an orangey brown up here, isn't it? Yes. Maybe it should be brown going to purple. Nah, don't like that. She's going to have the brown. I just don't like it how that was. Not sure I like the half brown either. Oh, I know how I can do this. That's better. Give her like a purple streak. Yeah, it's still some like a highlight in her hair, like the purple one. It's quite an interesting one. I might actually have to flip the hair, maybe purple with brown. Oh, we've got where I maybe take that bit. That way round. Maybe look that way round or that way round. I like that one actually. I don't know. What do you think? Brown streak, purple streak, or just brown hair? Edgy Spider Girl you tried to, but oh, you're killing them off. Wow, it's still a cool design though. That's not a problem with Tiger. I'm happy to help where I can do. It's just I try not to get too distracted when I do a stream like the Fusion, because they take a long time to kind of get the features working right and to get things sorted. Oh, we got conflicting now. We've got one purple, one brown. Hopefully that's it on this. Yay. I don't know. I'll figure that hair out in a bit. I've done the purplish colour. I'll figure it out in a bit. I just want to, while I got the multiply layer and a black, do the eye bits there. I will make them stand out a bit more a bit later, but it's the initial bits of it, which is quite cool. So you're saying maybe make not sure. Maybe it needs to be a darker brown. I don't know. Well, that changed it up a bit, didn't it? But I also spotted something I need to fix. Maybe if it's more a hue, color, overlay. Oh, I like that brown. I want to erase it on this bit though. That looks all right. We don't know what the character ends up together. No, I haven't got a clue when I started this what it's going to turn into, so it's quite interesting. So now I need to turn the reference off for now. I'll drop just a basic background gradient behind it. Maybe that one. Maybe I should just go for a plain, a darkish color, but not quite a dark color. Just a simple. Yeah, just a simple color to stand out a little bit for it to be easier to see what you're doing. Because I've never done fur before, so this is going to be interesting on an anime style or the style for this, because it's not quite as flat as the rest of it when you do it. But let's save that for a minute. I kind of like how we can't end up together. Oh, you mean in terms of thingy? Yeah. There are a few couples actually obvious throughout the manga and stuff that will happen, but there's others which you don't have a clue. I'm currently working on my gym leader, who is a psychic type based on Japanese idols. I decided to make her related to Iono in Scarlet and Violet. Oh, that's quite an interesting idea. That's quite cool, delicate, isn't it? I'm trying to figure where I want my light source to come from at the moment. That's why I'm not doing anything. I'm planning in my head, where do I want this light source to actually come from, the left or the right? And if it is the right, whereabouts? Yeah, it does look a little bit like snakes. It's where the there's a bit that clips into it on the design that she has, like a circle thing in the center, which I didn't put in because it's kind of like retracted like this. I kind of like took half My Hero Academia outfit and just stuck it on a weird mishmash character. I did think maybe drawing a guitar in pose, but you know, we'll see what we get up with and how this works out. I'm just not sure where I want the light source to come from on the character it's hitting to actually show. I sometimes feel like you want to. I don't get what you mean by throw yourself. I don't know what you mean, because your art looks so bad. I have times where I just want to bin a piece. Like sometimes I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I quite like this, and then looking at the colors, and then part of me is thinking, how am I going to shade this, and what am I shading going to do? And as I'm thinking that, I'm thinking, I don't like this now, but I can see the bits that are wrong in it. Yeah, sometimes you just got to trust the process and drop something out that's broken. I'm also thinking, how am I going to be doing? Does that allow me to do what I'm thinking of doing? This is a trust the process moment. I'm trying something out. It's not something I do very often, this. Thank God there's never artists, because sometimes it's the point where you know the art looks bad, but you have no idea what it is. Yeah, I have that at times. I look at pieces and I either see it where it's like, that bit looks, oh my God, terrible. Or I see it and I'm like, what's wrong with this piece? Why is this not working right? I'm not doing the shading yet. I'm using a technique called light carving. Let me come back on screen in a second. Makes sense in a minute. So I'm using a process called light carving. Let me just make that sure that's on me. So the idea is you black it out with a color that's darker, and then you use an eraser and you take out the bits that are dark to find where you want your light to hit. So I'll switch to back to what we've had. And the idea is, if I wanted the light to hit from the right side, I could roughly get an idea of how it's going to work by carving out the light on that side. Quite quickly. And you can then just get an idea of where the light should hit on the character in a really quick, carved out way. It might not be perfect, but you're starting to get an idea of the light and shadows on the character and the piece. And the opacity might be down a bit, so you might actually get a bit of a faded in light on some of these aspects. It gives an idea of when it gets carved in of where the light could go. If that makes sense. So you can carve out the light where you go. So it's a bit of an interesting one. It's kind of figuring where the light goes, where the shadow goes. And if they're obviously not happy with it, then you just basically undo it all, or you just go back to what you had before and you just refill it. And then you can start again playing with the idea of where you want the light to go. So I could perhaps want the light to be more this way across the character. This way across the character, like it comes in at an angle, so you can see certain parts of it, and then the rest of the character is going to be hidden. You can play around with the light stuff like this. It just varies on what you're doing to how well you can do it. So if I shrink this back down, do I want the light to come from that side? A bit of light carving. Maybe that would work, the light coming from that side with a light carving. This is rough ideas for the lighting. It's not how it's supposed to be. It does look cool, the light coming from behind, but I kind of feel the light should actually come from the other side. Okay, I got an idea of mine for the shadows, so that's fine. I know roughly where I'm putting them now, ish. You're going to do, you think you're doing better with human characters while you design gym leader. Yeah, the more you draw stuff, the better you get it. Oh, I do apologise, guys. That's because it's about midnight here right now. I'll be going for 2 hours, and we've gotten this far. This usually takes about 4 hours. I would like to finish this in one stream, but we will go to the point where I can go no further. It might just be getting the extra bits on these done now. So taking it from that color to a darker tone, airbrushing in on this layer, potentially as a multiply layer, this darker tone. Also adjusting things to be let's see if this will work. Hey, JC Evolution. Yeah, it's an interesting fusion. I'm trying to figure out the shade and the colors now, which would be quite interesting to see what happens. I'm glad you like how it's coming out so far. It's definitely one of the more interesting pieces I've ever worked on. In all fairness, I got some reference images up, but even so, it's still a bit of a difficult piece to, well, figure out all the ins and outs. But I will get there. That could work. Oh, if you mean the light carving, go for it. I pinched it from another artist called The One You Lost. They do it a lot in their artwork, and I thought that's actually a really good idea. It's not a technique of mine, so it's not unique or individual to me. Artists have been doing it for decades easily. So yeah, if you see any techniques that work on this, feel free to copy them. It's not a problem at all. Imagine a foe that joins narrators and go through a redemption arc. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it would be an interesting one, actually. I appreciate that, Ark. I'm not as amazing as everybody might think. I am human. I have faults. I have faux pas or things that don't just work how I would like them to. But, you know, just how it is. Everybody's got those. In downside drawing on such a large scale, I do lose sight of some of the elements on here where things kind of would be or would flow. And that's going to have, to be honest, that's actually going to be shaded. Fingers are not so bad. Same as on this side, it'll be more on the outer bit, then there's a little bit of a hue below there. This will have more of the shade here, and then a little bit of shading here and here. This one's just got a few there. Just do it for that bit. Decent, just have these bits done. That's where it gets interesting now. Shading this area. I feel it kind of would just go down up that bit for the top. If we get a little bit of a V shape in there. Maybe that there. And then for the stomach area, oh, this is going to be the tricky bit. Kind of go that way and then come back across. It would include the inside of the belly button, come out and then come back across because we've got this bit here. Maybe a little jaggedy bit here. Which looks a bit much, but the soft eraser, high setting that, will just lighten this out in the areas I want it to be. Which is another good technique. If you use a soft airbrush, the eraser tool with a soft airbrush, set to I got 50% opacity on this one. You can actually take sections out inside of the shadow, like I've done it on part of the face of the ear. You can focus on a section and just make it softer on the inside of the shadows. Also, a smudge tool works because where it's not a hard straight, you kind of want to blend it a little bit. That's something I'm learning. So I'm still not very good at this, but where you've got a curve, it actually, unless it's a really hard straight bit, the curves tend to, you can blur the edges of the shadows, which works out really nicely. And then this one's going to be in lighter color, so that's probably going to be there and more there. For more highlights. You got an art block question. How do you do? You got an art question? How do you deal with art block? Me personally, friend depends away. Me personally, I'd find something else to do. I might play a video game. I might go out for a stroll. I might just watch some programs. I might even just try a different piece of art, or just drawing what I see, just do some sketching or practicing some fundamentals, causing myself to draw and to think outside the box. And that tends to work really well. So it's just a case of seeing what happens from that, which is quite cool. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to how people deal with art block. Even just putting some music on and then just sitting down with some reference images and just going, let's try this, and not even sure how it works. It does help. Right. The lighter color one here. It's probably a bit just an airbrush glow effect, really. It's more to white. Yeah, I find music is a really good help. A decent tune music will do wonders. I wanted a darker purple tone for the skin to actually get rid of dark bits in. That's not a problem, Ark. If you need to go, just go. It's not an issue. I appreciate you being here for this long. Obviously we're not at the end, so I'm not really going to do a showcase yet, but I could do a showcase next time, potentially. That works. Give you a bit more time on it, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing, to be honest. I would have liked to have gotten to the end of this illustration day, but I might just get the skin done and then we pick it up maybe tomorrow evening to get this done. I would have preferred it to be done in one day, but I do also understand that, you know, I'm not going to be able to do a 2 a.m. run, much as I was hoping to. I won't be able to get down to about 2 a.m. in terms of getting around to potentially finishing this. Showcase today, I can see it during D&D stream because there's 6 people on that D&D. You say showcase today, but not just yet, Omenheart. I'm going to go as long as I can do. I'm just giving a heads up. I'm feeling it a bit more than normal today. So it will be a case of I'll do what I can do, and I'll go for as long as I can, but I'm not promising like a super long stream to like 2 a.m. I will not be able to do that. But I'll go for a little bit longer. And again, all I'm doing is getting the layer, setting it to maybe, I say multiply, maybe normal's better for that. Yeah, normal, and then just erasing some bits to make it. Actually, no, I like maybe hard light. Nah, definitely multiplies the better one for that. Okay, yeah. Also, welcome over, Hut. Oh, that's fine, Ark. If you're going to watch and play, that's not a problem. But I'm not promising a showcase, because if I don't get this to the point where it's nearly finished, I think I'll do a showcase on the one where it's finished. If that makes sense. And that one can be a add glow with the same color as the original skin. And this is really, really just for the extra bits of just doing a supposed to be for where the most light hits it, but I'm using it to kind of highlight a few areas up a little bit better. Just because it blends it out quite nicely, which works. Which is quite a nice thing to have, to be honest. But I also want to just add while I'm here, because we can, because it's in some of the images of her and of Uraraka. A little bit of blush. Also, technically the ends of the ears will get a bit of blush. And a few other areas tend to get a bit of blush, but we'll do that later. That's that. So the next one is okay. So that's over that layer, which doesn't actually needed. What is that layer? I just got a spare normal layer. I have. That's cool. I'd like to avoid the fur as long as possible to go with like the that's gonna be the eyes, isn't it? Yeah. Go the rest of it, the purpley bit, wherever I put that. But I'll get to that in a minute. So that's all the pinky bits. Set that to a multiply layer. That's the light pinky bits, isn't it? Cool. Might have to make that a bit more of a shadow color. I just finished the inking stage and now you're coloring. Awesome. I'm still figuring out the coloring on this stage. If that helps. Yeah, it's quite tricky getting the colours for this right. Hmm. You're still here. That's cool. You wait for people to arrive. That's interesting. Arc. He means an arc as in the story arc, not as in arc as in the name you've got. I gotta wait for this software to catch up. It's catching up as well. Let's just save before we get into anything else. Bloop. Oh, I deleted the letter. Add that one. That's what that there was. I want to make sure I got all the intertwined bits done. Just trying to think what I need to do to make this character pop a bit more in terms of behind the scenes. mean, it's going to be a nice addition to the what we've got so far in terms of the character. And when I do all the lights and shadows and stuff, it's going to be really cool. And the main bulk supply of them. These kind of metalish, aren't they? So they're going to have kind of... I'm going to give them the metally effect that I kind of do. It's just basically the cartoony metally effect, which is like that. Behind the scenes, it's kind of like the background, kind of like to make it pop. So behind the scenes, so the character is like the scene behind the character is what I'm talking about in this one. When it comes to behind the scenes, I still have to do some members' illustrations and some redraw artwork. I am planning to maybe do a live stream now that I can record and do a stream for members only, where I'll record the content that's going into a video as I'm doing it. So there'll be a sneak peek of maybe one artwork from the video in progress. It could be partway through it. It could be like halfway through it or something. I just thought I'll stream it while I'm doing it and answer some questions. But it's going to be interesting. So, yes. Give it an awesome background. I plan to get something contrasting and working really well, which would be quite cool. If you're looking for ideas, make this pop. Add lights to her hand as if she's using her powers, and add neon background of an upside down building. An upside down building would be quite a cool idea. That could be an interesting one to look into. In terms of her power, like a glow, all the characters kind of get a glow when I do the stuff at the moment. So it's quite interesting that in this series, I've had every character have a glow behind them. In fact, it's my style at the moment is to have a glow behind them, offsetting them from the background for contrast around. So trying to figure out her color glow, which is going to be the tricky part. But it's a good idea to have the elements pop as best I can, which is quite cool. That's going to get just a tiny bit. And they're going to pick up a very, very tiny bit. It's going to be sprayed on. 1, 2, 3. And just more for that. That's an overlay. Maybe that needs to be an add layer. And drop the opacity down. There we go, because they're more metallic in a sense. So they're going to have much more of a impacted, colourful style element to them. Which just adds a cool layer to them. And that's her overclothing, which is going to be quite cool. Again, all I'm doing is just creating 2 multiply layers and an overlay layer. Sometimes it changes to an add layer if needed. I just take the original color and then I just start adding it on, blending, removing bits. I'm not doing anything overly complex what I'm doing, but it allows the ability to select the bits I want to select from this to have the kind of effect I'm after. And then just color fill it. Drop the opacity down a bit if you want it a bit softer on shading. And then soft brush and just erase bits for it. Because the soft airbrush will go from the middle. So it's quite nice to be able to erase some of the outer edges off. And then just rinse and repeat. It's just the same techniques over and over again, rinse and repeating, which is quite cool. Cool, Tegan. You're done. Fire it on I'll have a quick look for it on Insta, maybe. That'd be quite cool. I'll see if I can load it up and have a look from that. I say I'm not sure about a showcase at the end yet. I don't know. It depends how far we get. If I get to the end of this, then definitely I'll put it on at the end. If not, then I will pick it up for the next stream and maybe do a showcase at the start and then go into the artwork. I'm still finding my way to do certain things that make elements kind of pop for, well, I say everyone's pop, make everyone's artwork, you know, if they do it while we're drawing, and get that artwork in as well on the stream, which would be quite cool. Okay, so that's quite cool for that one. Don't want to get all of that, but maybe that needs to be caught. Oh, I guess what the fusion should we do next? Once we got this one done, do we do more? My apologies, guys. Do we do more? Yeah, it's 12:30 here, so I'm doing a late one tonight. Do we do more Helluva Boss and My Hero Academia fusions, or do I fuse something else? I've got an idea of what I could fuse Ben 10 aliens with, which would be quite a cool one. It's probably been done before, but not on the artist channels that I know of, you know, the crews and stuff. So it could be an interesting one. Come on, catch up. And you know you've been streaming too long because your iPad that's got plenty of space is going, yeah, computer says no. Ben 10 Fusion. Yeah, I've got an idea of what I could do with it. Nearly did one for the stream tonight, to be honest, but I wanted to do this one instead. Vortex and Deku. Maybe next time we do one of these, possibly. I do know that actually, is that caught up? Yeah. I do know that I've got an idea for that. But like I say, I've also got the fusion kind of like idea I got for Ben 10 Aliens, which is going to be a new one. I'd have to start. Yeah, I got an idea for the first one that I'll do, but I got to do it justice. If I'm not going to do it justice, there's no point doing it. I've got to make sure it works. It should be quite cool when it does. Say when, if. Depends on how well the stream gets received for the series. Whether it picks up or not. These fusions, the My Helluva Academias, that not only do they look quite cool when they're done, they get more views than most of the stuff recently, which is nice. It's annoying that YouTube doesn't give as many views out as it used to do when it pushes content. It used to push content out a lot better. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that quite so much anymore. And I know they turn around and say, well, we're pushing it out to everybody the same, which it looks like it, but they're not. So what's that one? Oh, that's all those ones. That just needs a multiply layer, I think, with the same color, and then just nothing major done to it. More follow the lines what are there. I do need to check something actually. If I turn that off, oh no, it does keep the color. That's cool. Cool, that's fine. I just want to double check it kept the color, because it'd be so annoying if a lot of these just disappeared. I had a notification for something. What did I have a notification for? Who have we got left? Versoka and Midnight. That'd be an interesting one, actually. That would be quite a cool one. I quite like the idea of that one, actually. JC Evolution. That's not a bad one. Mammum, Alpha One, and Deku and Fitzroy. Maybe. Ooh. And Osmodus and All Might. That could be quite a very interesting one. I do have a list somewhere. I haven't actually got it open. I do have a list of potential fusion ideas. Some of them have got thumbnails already that I'm planning to do. Some of them don't. So we'll see what happens. But it is quite interesting. Here's a question. What's your favorite Ben 10 alien? And why? Well, I messed the way around that goes. I think only that one would have a... slightly nicer time on that. And that's the brown fur, which I don't want to do yet. I want to put that in with the other head first. So where's the other head fur? There we go, up there. Yeah, that's multiplying the eyes. So I think I'm now on the red to the eyes. So how do I make the red to the eyes look more attractive on this character? Definitely going to be a multiply layer. Let's see what that actual color comes out like. That does absolutely nothing. Same color. That's nicer. And then just do one more with maybe the overlay. Maybe aggro? Or too much? Glow dodge. Color dodge. That works good. Just need to drop the opacity down a bit. Yeah, that'll do. A little bit. That's the eye. So I want... Oh, how am I going to make these a nice color eyes? Because these are quite... Right, so let's make them more that color at the top. Potentially. What does multiply look like with that? More orange towards the bottom? Nope. Maybe more yellow. Maybe more white. That's better. Her eyes are quite just that, but I want them to pop more. Which means working on things in a multiply, kind of like in a build it up way. Okay, let's clear that layer. Let's try. Let's see what I can do with these eyes, because eyes are very difficult to do. They are extremely difficult to do, and I'm concentrating this. I know I'm missing a bit of chat, but eyes are far from easy. It's hard to decide which Ben 10 alien you like. Oh, you got to figure it out. That's it. Posted in Discord, and my favorite Ben 10 alien is Spider-Man because it's cute. Oh, Spider-Man, Spider-Monkey. I read Spider-Man. Yeah, that's it. I'm a Spider-Man fan. Done. Spider-Man, there it is then. I do feel there's a need for another colour behind this. More of a gold. What I'm trying to do is get the eyes to pop. So I'm trying to not overcomplicate them at the same time as keep it nice and clear so that it shows properly what's going on, which isn't always easy to do when you're doing a design like this, because sometimes the extras that you're trying to do don't actually work the way that you expect them to. For example, there should be a layer at the very, very top here that might move in the multiply that should have a color that contrasts with the, I don't know if it's going to be green. Could be purple actually. But that could go down to color. Or that could go down to hue. Maybe even just a... Oh, wow, that's quite cool. I thought that needs to be below the multipliers, though. too many. Yeah, that's popping now. That's more like it. Which is quite cool, because then you can like merge them together, duplicate them, set that to overlay, and they just become more vibrant, and then just drop that overlay down where you want it. And now her eyes come out of that piece. That's my favorite part so far, is the eyes really just, which is quite nice to have. And then it's now onto the fur. Rendering fur. Oh, how am I going to do this? Do I go big anime style or little anime style? Maybe little anime style. Let's go less is more on this one. So I'm hoping to do less is more and make it pop. Yeah, it is a bit of trial and error of the eyes and the colors, but once you do them and you've got that rough idea of them multiplying the different layers and the ordering, and you fuse them down in Clip Studio, you duplicate them, hit overlay, and just adjust the opacity, and they really just go. I just wish the screen would show it probably a bit better than what I've got here. Still quite cool. So next, I'm going to look at attempting this character. With the fur. The furry. And I still don't think I've got the essence of it all right. But I would like to try for less is more. So I don't want to do the normal fur style. I'm going to try something different. I still don't know how it fully works, but I'm going to try it different. And that's going to be on the inner side of this first. So it's going to be more. Starting points there. At the back, it's just going to come around more and be more this way inclined. Don't actually know what I've done with this menu bar. I've enlarged it, done summit to it. I don't know what I've done just now. Oh, that's better. Okay, so I enlarged that. So that's that large. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple here. So I'm trying to, on my fur rendering, get the essence of it while doing the whole less is more, because I know when I do hair, And fur is a good example of hair. I do it too complex, which is going to be a nightmare. What I want to do is I want to do a couple where you may get a dark bit, you may get a lighter bit on the fur going through, and the fur kind of renders slightly differently in certain areas. But I just want to get a few, like the darker bits now will be super dark in there, but that's because it's more off camera. And then I'll just take out a load of it. So it's kind of like, if it's supposed to be darker, it's going to be darker. That bit, maybe a little bit of that, and definitely that. With just a fraction of that, it's going to be a darker color. And then when I zoom out, yeah, that looks quite nice. I just need to just lighten these up a little bit. And the final one's the overlay, which is just going to be the lightest color. In theory, that should just be that color picked up. And it only needs to be a few bits. It doesn't need to be everywhere. This is the hardest part now. Less is more. I must remember less is more. Don't need lots of it, just need a few bits where it will get there. I kind of feel it just needs a little bit here without going too much. And maybe a tiny bit in here. Not too much. I don't want to go OTT with this. Just enough to give that without any major highlights, because I might do a highlight there at the end, but I want to go less is more. Imagine the narrators being covered in mutagen and become mutants like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That would be an interesting one. Not sure how it would work with them completely, but it is definitely an interesting concept. I guess I'd have to figure out how the mutagen would work with them. Right, the hair's more complex. A moth demon eating his socks. That's quite an interesting one. How are you going to deal with a moth demon, Ben? Okay, so that works. I guess the idea is trying to do less is more again, like the fur. But even though hair's more complex, oh my god, this is going to be interesting. So See, I know less is more, but I also know this is quite cool, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not sure how all the lights and shadows in this are going to work. Lights and shadows are hard. Hair is really difficult. I'm hoping this works out. I don't actually know the best way to do this hair. So I am literally improvising as I go along here. That's why my hands on my head like this, like, how am I going to do this? Okay, this is kind of starting to get there. I think I'm forcing myself to do less equals more. So I'm forcing myself to do less super detaily bits on the hair than I'd normally do. To try and get the effect that I'm after. And it's not a simple effect because it's so easy to go too much on the hair and stuff and then mess it up. And anime hair is such an odd one to do. That's that one. I do need a bit in here, maybe. For that, there's a bit of sheen cut on this bit. So I'm going to get a little bit of sheen on here. Some very, 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 very light bits around here. Where else would it possibly get a light bit? Maybe there'll be a very light bit at the end of the fur bit here. And then just one more little light bit there. Yeah, I'm not doing any more on the hair. I'm getting to a point where I quite like what's there. It's simple, but it works. Noe Soulstorm, thank you for joining. Glad you like how this one's turning out. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. I almost feel like I just need to do a little bit of... Not much. I don't want to do it a lot. I just want to do... There you go, just a few little bits to highlight the brown and the hair on that, which is quite cool. So I'm almost done with this main bit, which is quite cool. Probably more I could do to highlight stuff, but I'm not going to do too much just yet, which means now all I got to do is merge the selected layers in the folder. So this is all one flat layer. Woo! I can then duplicate that layer. I will do some layer effects onto it, but for this first bit I want to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm doing things in different order now than I normally would. Let's blur this out a bit, like major blur. Whole concept of this blurring is to give a dreamy, soft feel to it, like I've done on the other illustrations. And then I'm going to figure out what we're going to do for like what her ability is, or the glow for her and that. It does look odd because it's slowly blurring the image across, but it will make sense in a minute. I'm trying to make the line art less intense. So if I go up to here now, make that a clipping mask of the line art, it's already softer. It's practically gone there. I turn that to a hard light. It comes back, but it gives this dreamy glow effect around the face, softening some bits, which works quite nicely, and it's a really, really cool effect. But just basically softens things out to work a bit more. I will also need to drop a background in on this, so let's do that now. Let's turn that off because we don't need that. In fact, I can delete that layer now. So add a layer. She's got a pinky color, so we're going to go with a pinky color background maybe. Start with. Don't want that to be a glow dodge. Color dodge. Add glow. Oh, add glow is quite nice. This is just to build it up to make the character pop, and obviously you've seen me do this before. It's just building up the glowing aspect around the character, and I can change the colors later, but it's just basically scribbling in a glow effect, basically. I wonder, being a Hellhound and a Fusion, when this power is progressively has been used, do you think she gets the rainbow sickness? She gets motion sick. Because that'd be a nightmare getting out of her fur, won't it? I do like how this is starting to come out now. This is one of those ones where you trust the process, and then when you get near the end of it, it's like, actually, this worked. I might change the glow behind her though, but I can do that with a masked layer on top, setting the color. I'm not worried about that. I can also have the background effect hit somewhat. Now, I could have took a whole solid bit of this character, but I like the manual effect. I like adding kind of the manual coloring to it. It's a bit of more control when you're doing the artwork, which is really cool. What do you guys think about it? What color do you think the glow bit should be? I haven't colored the bracelet in yet, actually, with a shadow and stuff on it. I'll have to pick that one out manually in a bit. Or just leave it that color and see if anybody notices it's just not got its full shading on. What color is her glow ability in there? It's a pinkish color around her, isn't it? In the actual series when she's using it. Actually try and find out. Sorry, just hit the mic with the pen to try and find out what the glow color is actually on it. Do I have one where she's actually using it and it's got the glow around it? If not, then I'll just create my own. Oh, I might want to do a piece that way at some point. That looks quite cool. Okay, that's fine. I can work with what I've got here. Which is quite cool. It's the contrast, really, of the glow to the dark background. That's what makes all these pieces pop a bit more. I will add some more stuff in the background and that on this one, but she's using her ability, so I might make it like a high up spacey scene or something, or I don't know yet. I don't know what I can do is, if I'm not sure about the color, I can cheat using that same technique. If I want it blue glow. Green, and we got a green glow. Red glow. More of a pink that's subtle. More of that red hot pink. Maybe even purple. Too villainy. Okay, so behind that, I want to do white square. Because we've got these frames that we do. How would the narrator react to being turned into Halloween monsters? I think the Monica wouldn't really care. She'd find it quite fun. Aaronfold would probably go and try and slay them until he realised, oh wait, Nexon lad, is that you? Be like, chase them down. Dino Dinoclaw would find it fascinating, and Nexon would probably have a nervous breakdown. Come on, drop that in. Overlay works really well with that. That was working quite well on that. What about if I change that to a glow dodge? Nope. Color dodge? Aglow. Soft light. Top corner needs something on here. Should I quickly... Nah, that's not going to work what I was thinking there. I'll try the standard approach. Overlay. We're going back to some old school techniques now, just to finish this off. Don't like that one. What if I do the spray and that and try and put the stars in? I don't know what to do for the background for this. I'm getting stumped on it. Maybe I'll try what Ark suggested. Go back to the blue. I can change that glow color in a minute. What have you got on that picture? Let's see if I got a background that can inspire me that I've seen yet. Oh, we are getting there. I'm a bit quiet at the moment, but I'm just focusing on trying to produce a kind of streamy cloud-like effect. And just take it to a bit more of a I don't actually know what colour I should do. Oh no, that's it. That's the aura I should do this one as. This is getting there. This is really getting there at the moment. I quite like how this is turning out. Oh, that's quite cool, Stella. Posing and line art are the key things to make things pop. And I quite like how, because I'm getting references of poses I'm not comfortable with on each of these streams or each of these drawings, how they're starting to come together nicely to then add to the effect and build up, which is quite cool. Still got a long way to go in learning how to do a lot of the effects and stuff in this, but I am enjoying the process. So if I add a layer up there and do that, if I go layer, correction layer, saturation for the character, brightness down a bit, on a bit. There, correction layer, brightness, contrast. So the contrast needs to go up just a fraction. The brightness down a fraction, maybe. That pops more. There. Oh, not layer folder. Correction layer, down a curve. Blue can go. And I need to reference the outfit I should use since I'm going with Psychic type gym leader, who is also a music idol and related to Aya, so I have a lot of work to. Yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting set of combinations there, Stella. Although it's still going to be quite cool, the final outcome. I think it's going to look really epic once you're done with it. Layer. Brightness and contrast, and I'll the contrast on the background. Not a huge amount though. Correction there, saturation, so the saturation on the background. bring this to a little bit. Let's grayscale it out a bit. That's quite cool, but no. Add a little bit of it. And then a single tonal curve will do with I think we've actually done it. I don't want to change this. This looks... Well, actually, I want to add 1 or 2 minor bits, but I don't want to do anything major. Wait, what did I just do? Wait, what did I... That looks quite cool. I don't get how it makes such a huge difference to the color going through. Wow, that's weird. Hey, we're probably finishing up in a minute, Judgmental Shoelace, because it's nearly 1:30 in the morning. But I hope you like how this one's turned out. This is the Uraraka and Loona fusion. Don't apologize for being late if you had a Halloween party. Hopefully it was a good party and you enjoyed it. Oh, I don't like that. Which let's cause in that? That one? No. That one. No, so it's the... That one. Okay, so that one. That's better. Come on, slide it back up to the top. Let me change that. I think that'll do for that. So there's literally just a couple of minor things to do, and they're not even massively like mentally insane to do. And all it is just a couple highlighty bits on this. Yeah, I haven't figured out a name for this one yet. It's going to be tricky to come up with a name for this one, to be honest. This one's come out really nice. only thing I wanted to highlight up. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, I just need to change part of the hair, which is fine because I've got I should be able to just select in when I go back to referring to all layers. Yep, that works there, and there. Now I'm going to do something I should have done earlier. Hoping this color works. Oops, wrong side of it. Does it really work? Selection from there, create selection. There we go. Make the hair stand out a little bit, maybe. Possibly change the color of it as well, actually. With or without? I like it with, but I don't think overlay's the right one. Don't think overlay is the right one for this. Uraraka. That's a mouthful of a name. Oh wait, hang on. I need to turn that value back on. It's off. I can turn that and go. It works. I just don't know if I've got everything I want where I want it on this. Oh, that's fine. I'll put that there. So I need one more layer. And it's just literally single layer set to overlay with that color. Maybe. No, actually, I'll leave it as that. I'm going to leave it as this now. I don't want to change this. This is working quite nicely. She's kind of coming out of the page a little bit with it. Got the glare effects going, got the sky type thing and that. I like it. Quick spot to overlay. Yes, I think we're done. I think we've gone about 3.5 hours or so, but I think the final version came out really nicely. I'm going to whack it up full screen. And yeah, this is our final version of the character, which I think came out really nicely. Which is really cool. I have to update the thumbnail afterwards because this looks really nice. I like how this works. So I'm not sure about the purple, the hair to the red eyes, but it does have that emphasis from it. So there are things I could probably improve upon and sort the contrast and make it a bit darker on some areas. But actually, maybe I should do that. Give me a second. I just want to test something. I think it kind of needs it, but it's just not right. Okay, I think that's it. I don't want to touch anymore. I think that just fixed the last bits. Naming it's the difficult part of this. I'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, I think this is finished. I quite like how this has turned out. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to actually do on this right now. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do the. I'll share Tegan's and Ark's work. Quickly. Give a little bit of a thing about it, like my initial thoughts of them, and then we'll call it a night or a morning for me. But yes, screenshot. It's going to be available on the Patreon. If you want to screenshot it, take a screenshot. It's not a problem, but I'll still drop it on the Patreon for free with a download link. I'm going to try and make a collection of all of them at some point, but it will still be there. Judgmental Shoelace. So yeah, you can get a copy if you need to. Still have for you to screenshot it. It's not a problem. And I'll just sort PureF out so we can jump onto what we've got on this. And then yeah, we'll hopefully yeah, I do love this series and how these characters are turning out. I feel less is more on this piece. So where I'd try and put more on the skin and stuff, I feel by doing slightly less, it's working. So now I've just got to work on how to do it. Yeah, that's 8:36 at night for you. Yeah, it's 1:36 a.m. on the 19th for me. So I might be in the future talking to you from a day ahead now, which is an interesting one to see. Cool. So browse. Yeah, I'm a Time Lord in secret. I travel back in time. You're watching. I'm talking to you guys in the past while you're watching the future. Right. So we have 2 illustrations, and I'll start with Tegan's first once I share the screen. Percent share screen. Window, that one, woo, and add it to the stage. So this was a task I gave Tegan, and it was to do a demonic cat chasing an angelic mouse. And I actually quite like this. This is really, really cool. You've got a really obvious demonic cat, not only from the pentagram on the forehead, but the red eye and then the black eye, as well as a more sharper set of claws and fur, which is a lovely pose of it kind of like going that way and looking as if to say, get back here. And then you've got quite a cute innocent look on the angelic mouse's face with the halo as it's kind of like doing a runner in the other direction from it, which is quite playful. But this is a really nice piece composition wise and just in general, the way it's laid out between the two. I absolutely love it. Just like the Judgmental Shoelace, it's really good. I like it. This is brilliant, Tegan. Absolutely amazing. And then I'll have a quick drink first, and then I'll go on to the next one, which you can see peeking in the corner over there. And next up is Ark's one. And I gave Ark the task of doing his character, which is an original character, Angelic Demon, in the banana costume, doing the peanut butter jelly time from Family Guy. So this is really cool because Ark had no idea what I was doing. I love the way you've got the banana costume working, and it's kind of like just coming down across the head. You've got the tail coming out the back, which is quite cool. You got the maracas as well going for it, and it's got the whole expression and the half pose of doing it. This is really cool, Ark, and I love, as always, you always seem to find a pose that works for your background amazingly well, and I don't know how you do it. Your backgrounds fit in really nicely, whether it's the perspective or the pose, to look like it's all working. And you also do the hard bit, which is making it look like your character's standing on the ground, which is very difficult in different perspectives, or just straight on like this. But you've got a nice depth of realism in that with your way of shading and stuff. So this is really good, Ark. You should be really proud of this. I love this one. This is awesome. And on that note, we'll do an up close and personal. So Monday is going to be a video. Yes, so Mondays are now videos. Fridays will be a live stream, which means that the next live stream should be next Friday. I might do one tomorrow night. I don't know. It depends how I'm feeling. But guaranteed next Friday. Monday's going to be a really good video, so keep an eye out for it. I might have to do a part 2 at some point, but it should be interesting. I'm loving how the artwork's coming out for that one, so be sure to check it out. And again, thank you all for staying for the stream where we have our fusion of Uraraka and Loona. We just now have to come up with a name, and there's been some good ones in chat, so it might be a case of I pick one of those. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll see what happens. And on that note, I guess it's time to say thank you all for joining, and I will catch you next time. Night, everybody.